best music.
Five, four, three, two, one. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest in the world, and you've got it.
This is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. It's your girl, Princess Playa, here for another installment and show. Gospel goodies. Radical Riddimz. I want to welcome all our listeners on SPRLIVEFM.com and through our portals, Alexa, Google Home, the different websites that we have the radio station on. Welcome to all our listeners and viewers. Those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, we are also on YouTube. Yes, we're on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Streaming Praise Radio. Please subscribe and hit the like, thumbs up, all of that notification so you get notified every time a show goes live. And we are live and in living color on this blessed Sunday afternoon. Sorry if you didn't hear me a while ago. My microphone was away from me. But how are y'all doing? How are you doing on this fine, cold but sunny in Toronto Sunday afternoon? God is good that we are able to see another day. We're able to see another day, people. And that's something to be thankful for. That is something to give God thanks for. Indeed it is. So this is a show where we chat, we talk. I have my radical Riddimers, my radicalites come in, and they'll pass through and come in and talk and chat in the chat room. The chat room is open on YouTube. Sister Shireen, I see you. God bless you. Good afternoon to you too. Man, you're here early. Shoot, you're here early. That's good. Good to see you. Good to see your name. Come up in the chat. Yes, so you can come and join in the chat. And oh my gosh, you know what? Thank you so much. That's why, you know, Sister Shireen, oh my goodness. Now you see my face. People, when you're doing like 4 things at once, I was doing 4 things at once. I completely forgot to remove the cover page so that people on YouTube land can see my beautiful face. Oh my gosh. Sister Shireen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for filling in a sister, a girl. Thank you for having my back. We are going to have a grandiose time today, time of talking, reflecting, and updating, you know, and also what is Radical Riddimz all about? Listening to the radical vibes of the Caribbean with a little bit of Afrobeat. So let's get right into and start the show off with Beth Jesus, Shout of Victory, right here on SPRLIVEFM.com, Radical Riddimz.
Hey,
So many times I just wonder when my own go get better. On my knees I just pray everything will change for good. Your promise I held so strong. You've changed my life for good. I can see everything turning around. Everything turning around. Everything turning around for my good. I can see everything turning around. Everything turning around. Everything turning around for my good. Shout the victory. Victory.
the same. Created in Christ Jesus, now I wear your name. I'm blessed because I'm in you, with purpose from above. Life has new meaning, because I'm yours, I'm loved. Oh, I'm blessed above all power. In Christ I'm not the same. Created in Christ Jesus, now I wear your name. I'm blessed because I'm in you, with purpose from above. Life has new meaning, yeah, because I'm yours, I'm loved. Yeah. In you I know I'm able, in you alone I stand. Created in your image, my life is in your hands. In you I know I'm able, in you alone I stand. Born anew, ooh,
believe you will take us through, for we walk by faith and not by sight.
Faith, yeah. What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. That is faith.
I the fear God.
That is faith. That is faith. That is faith, 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 faith.
Connect on the faith line, the faith line, the faith line sister. Like off of the doubt line, the doubt line, the doubt line brother. We not give up, moving on. Faith to your hammer, put it on, dry bone off the live. Rise again, got you do it already, you will do it again. Church meeting, I go on in the street again. Prayer service start at 6 again. Faith on, get the feet again. By faith are we walking, yeah. By faith are we talking, yeah. By faith are we chanting, yeah. And no compromising, yeah. And that the anointing.
What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that.
That's a faith.
What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith, faith. Lord, I will not run, I will not move until you tell me what to do. With all of my heart and all of my soul, I'm forever committed unto you.
I'm begging to walk without fear. I'm begging to talk without fear. I'm telling you laugh without fear. So how you begging to run without fear? By faith, me I walk with every step. Christ died for me sins, me now forget. Not sell for me soul for buy no crap. Rather work in the sun until me soul.
What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith, faith, faith. Trust in no other, believe in no other. It's you and me for life. So I'm being straight up, lifting my plate up. It's you and me for life. For life. For life.
Forever.
For life.
Faith without work is dead. Believe it and you'll achieve it. As small as a mustard seed, you'll be able to move mountains. Tell them, Kevin.
What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. What is faith? You trusting in God, believing in God. I the faith that. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith. That is faith, 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 faith. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. Spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. He's worthy of my praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. Spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. He's worthy of my praise. Keep me right, Lord. Keep me right. Keep me right, Lord. Keep me right. In the morning when I wake up, in the night when I go to sleep. Keep me right, Lord. Keep me right. Hold my hands, Lord. Hold my hands. Hold my hands, Lord. Hold my hands. In the morning when I wake up, in the night when I go to sleep. Hold my hands, Lord. Hold my hands. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. Spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. He's worthy of my praise. Keep me sanctified when the storm clouds gather. 'cause here they are done in the very same. Look in your life and see how you live and leave Babylon and come. Walk holy, walk holy, Zion children, walk holy, oh Zion children, walk holy, walk holy, walk holy, Zion children, walk holy, Zion children, walk holy. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory, spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. He's worthy of my praise. I can't preach till he fix me right. I can't sing until he fix me right. Fix me, Jesus, you know how. I'm out there on your word. I'm out there on your word. I'm out there on your word. If I should die on the battlefield, I'm out there on your word. I can't preach till he fix me right. I can't sing until he fix me right. Fix me, Jesus, you know how. I'm out there on your word. I'm out there on your word. I'm out there on your word. If I should die on the battlefield, I'm out there on your word. I'm out there on your word. Fight the brave, the days are evil. Never run, not even look behind. If you live for God and right, keep on the firing line. Fight the brave, the days are evil. Never run, not even look behind. If you live for God and right, keep on the firing line. Keep on the firing line. Keep on the firing line. If you live for God and right, keep on the firing line. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. Spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. He's worthy of my praise. I wanna spend some time giving God the glory. Spend some time giving God the praise. I wanna spend some
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can enjoy an inspirational word, commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live. Stream Praise Radio, SPRLIVEFM.com. You have tuned into the Radical Riddimz on this blessed Sunday afternoon. We just heard from Adrian Cunningham or Randy Rose, Faye Wilson, and to start things off, Beth Jesus. Yeah, man, it is Sunday and it's cold. We are in a freeze, going in and out of a deep freeze, but it's a freeze nonetheless. We're minus double digits, and we're going to be, well, right now we're -9, but it's going down to, I believe, minus double digits, whatever that is. It doesn't even matter. Once you hear minus double digits, you know it's freezing cold outside. That's all you need to know, you know? It's not that windy, but with the wind, of course, it's going to bring it down even more. And so y'all keep warm out there. Remember those who are not fortunate to have shelter. So in any way that you can help them out, you know, help them out. You know, there are different drives, different people, different things that people are doing. They call them purse drives, where they have purses and they pack them up with, you know, hand warmers or gloves or mittens or, you know, a Tim Hortons gift card, something like that, notepad, you know, something to give to somebody. You know, it doesn't have to be a purse. It could just be like a Ziploc bag that you pack things in for a man, you know, on the street, whatever have you. Think of those who don't have a place to stay. And you know what? Also during this time in the pandemic, because these shelters, they're not up to capacity because of social distancing. They can't have as many people as they normally would. So there's a lot of people that have to be on the street still. And, you know, if you know Dufferin Mall, It's within the metropolitan Toronto. For those of you outside of Toronto, Dufferin Mall is in the metropolitan Toronto, and across the street there's a park. And in the summertime, I drove past there and I never noticed it before, but there's tents in that park, and there are people that actually set up shop. When I say set up shop, I mean they have their things outside the tent. They have like what you would have, tables and stuff, and I don't know if they're selling stuff or they live there, but they set up shop. And I went by there maybe it was in the summer into the fall. A couple of times I went by there and I saw the same thing. So I thought, okay, maybe they pull it down and then they go back there the next day. But I said, nah, this thing looks like it has not been touched. That is how it was. It's in the same spot that it was, same position. I was looking at this one particular tent. But that's how people have been living. And apparently, that's my first time seeing like a tent city. So it's like, and listening to the radio, I heard them talking about different areas in the city that have been like, they didn't use the term tent city, but it's like a tent city where people have to now live. But the sad thing, one of them was Lamport Stadium. And people, if you live in Toronto, you know Lamport Stadium. Lamport Stadium it's not covered. It's just a stadium where you can play soccer. They've used it to play soccer for more local soccer, not really like the big professional. Well, they did use it back in the day, but it's an older stadium. And that's where some people that are homeless were living. And now, because they've done construction, the city has done construction, they've driven them out. These different places where people were trying to at least stay because they couldn't be in, the shelters because of social distancing and the pandemic. They've chosen these different spots, but now the city has started to do construction in those spots. So when I heard that, I'm like, so where are these people gonna go? And now in this cold, frigid, Arctic, deep freeze of cold weather that we've had for the last week and a half, where are these people? Because them sleeping on those vents in Toronto is not gonna help them. And once you put an extra body on there, one body maybe, but once you put a second body on there, all of them will go freeze. So I don't know. I really don't know if anybody could come in the chat. The chat on YouTube, SPR Streaming Praise Radio, our YouTube channel. You come in the chat and talk, or if you're watching this after this time, put comments below and let us know what's going on with the homeless in Toronto. How can people help? What can people give? To help these people. I know for sure you can go to the dollar store. Any dollar store. I know for sure Dollarama has them, hand warmers and foot warmers. These people need to keep warm, or they're going to get frostbitten. I don't know how they're living. I just don't know how they're living under these circumstances, but please let us know if you are working in that area, in that field. What would you call that? Toronto services, city services, public services, not public health, but there's a term for it. Social services. Yes. If you're working in social services and how people can help the homeless, those living on the street, and those that can't get space in the shelters because of the pandemic and the social distancing and less capacities allowed, what can we do to help? What can we do to help? My mind has been on them during these cold, frigid times. Guys, I don't like the winter. I can't stand the winter cold. I hate the winter. I know it's necessary in some places to have winter. I guess it's necessary for the earth to function to have winter. Winter is necessary. But me and winter no mix, man. I cannot. I cannot. If I can do the whole snowbird thing, come in the summer, because summer in Toronto is wonderful. Summer in Toronto is awesome. So if I can leave come October, I know some people are like, October, that's not winter. Yes, to me it is. It's cold. It's cold. You know, sometimes it gets really cold in October. If I can do that and come back, say May, oh my goodness, I'd be great. I'd be great. Because winter, oh my goodness. And we have about, although spring is 2 months away, we have about 3 months left of winter. Yeah, we do in Toronto. That's how we stay. And we don't know how many more snowstorms we're gonna have. Oh my goodness. And I hope that all of you have recuperated from that snowstorm that happened last week, Sunday into Monday. It's been one something of a week. Was it last week? Yes, it was last week, because the first time I actually came out was Friday. Yes, first time I actually came out my residence to drive anywhere was on Friday. Yes, Friday. And they were still cleaning up till today. They're still cleaning up because, you know, because there's so much snow, a lot of streets were reduced. They were reduced by 1 lane, you know, or the 1 lane became half a lane. You kind of had to share the 2 lanes going east-west or going in opposite directions. You kind of had to share, you know, and take your turns going down the street. It's awful, but now they have the street cleaners and the plows coming to plow up the excess snow that has come into the street. And you know, they have the salters right behind them. It's been one something of a week and cleaning up, and I knew it was going to take the city a week to do so, but they're on their way. I see in the chat, Sister Shireen, you say you're recuperating from feeling under the weather. I'm glad that you feel better and that you are getting better. And I also see that you're grieving. My condolences to you and those involved in you know, experiencing loss right now. I will be getting into that in the next segment, you know, for sure, because there's been a lot of loss. But let's get back into the music. You're listening to SPRLIVEFM.com. This is Radical Riddimz, where you get a taste of the Caribbean to keep you warm. Oh my goodness, to keep you warm with a little bit of Afrobeat. We are also on YouTube, so come to our YouTube channel, streaming Praise Radio. Join the chat. We welcome everybody, and thank you, our listeners, for listening. Let's get into the music with Chantel. Believe me, we're gonna get some chutney and more reggae dancehall right here.
Accept Jesus Christ, He's coming your way. Don't be afraid, God to wish no one to perish, but all to come to repentance. Believe me when I say that Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept Him and be born again. Believe me when I say that Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept Him and be born again. These are some serious times when people sitting on the bed and watching TVN, cause they fear, they scared. What's next? What's next? Holding the rosary in the palm, the Bible on some, and the candle in their hand, but no Jesus in their heart. Believe me when I say that Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept Him and be born again. Believe me when I say that Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept Him and be born again. disasters and sickness on the earth. You're only complaining, but you never go to church. You see what's going on? What's going on? You're looking for a sign in the sky, but really and truly you're spiritually blind. You need to open up your heart. Believe me when I say Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept him and be born again. Believe me when I say that Jesus Christ not pleased with your ways. Accept him and be born again. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his own soul? But you're lying and you're sinning, doing things on your own, holding on to the things of this world. So I bring forth this song for you there to tell you Jesus is the only way. He's the truth and the life. In him shall you prosper, and that's no lie. Believe me when I say, believe me when I say, oh, believe me when I say that Jesus Christ is not pleased with your ways.
You are my daddy, my everything. Lord, you Everywhere I go, I see nothing but favor. Everything I do, I see nothing but favor. Favor, see nothing but favor. Favor, I say my name is Favor. What's your name? Favor. What's your name? Favor. What's your name? 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 What's your name?
See, I'm counting my blessings. Blessings too much, I'm giving. You can call me a giver. Too much money I'm spending. Try, not before me. This one a grace and favor. You can see I'm blessed. Oh, I change my name to favor. Try, I like it the way you do. Now you be the God where they do. Plus the things you do. They call me favor. I like it the way you do. Now you be the God where they do. Plus the things you do. Oh, you call me favor.
What's your name? 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 Favor every day. Favor everywhere. Favor every day. Favor everywhere. Every day I'm favor. Every night I'm favor. Everywhere I'm favor. You can call me favor. 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 What's your name? 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 What's your
And they cast down their crowns at your feet, and they cried, worthy, oh God. I'm set over every continent, washed by the seven seas. Let your
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can enjoy an inspirational word, commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live.
The only ones who worthy to open the seven seals. You sit upon the throne, Jesus. I tell them that your name is Jesus. Power in the name of Jesus. There's blessing in the name of Jesus.
Christ is the King and the only King, the King of Kings, King, Prince of all men. From Brotha to Jerusalem, you say Christ is the truth and the life and the light of the world for the boys and the girls and children. So run, go tell your folks and your friends. Many men, no war for King Jesus the King. Them that worship other things, yeah. Bow to them money and them care and them gun, them a sling. Them all worship them bling bling to the bling. There is no one like you, Jaja. You make us set above the line. That's why we don't afraid of Lucifer. Because we're bought by Emmanuel, so rock it down, so we will.
Over every continent, washed by the seven seas. Let your name be known. The only ones so worthy to open the seven seals. You sit upon the throne, it's Jesus. I told him that your name is Jesus. There's blessing in the name of Jesus. Power in the name of Jesus.
Yo, that name, yeah, it rains from Spain to Italy, Italy to Sicily, New York to Cali, Jerusalem to
the cavalry. Bigger than the Bushes and the Kennedy. That name, yeah. Richer than Trump and him family. Yo, no other name was given to men that many man could be safer. The only one that raised from the grave. Take up the cross, walking across and die on the cross so you could be saved. And this I go on from Yations and things. There is no one like you to you make a say to the mold the land. We ain't afraid of Lucifer. Because we book by Emmanuel. So repeat those words.
Over every continent washed by the seven seas. Let your name be known. The only one so worthy to open the seven seals. You sit upon the throne, you are Jesus. I told them that your name is Jesus. There's power in the name of Jesus. Blessing in the name of Jesus, yeah. Oh, no other name deserves to be praised. No other name can cause to be saved. No other name raised dead from the grave. No other name deserves to be raised. No other name deserves to be praised. No other name can cause to be saved. No other name raised dead from the grave. No other name deserves to be praised. Over every continent washed by the seven seas. Let your name be known. The only one so worthy to open the seven seals.
Now when I feel the shot of them, all of my friends them. Yeah, now when I feel the hot girls, my sisters. Me say, oh, can separate us from the love of Jesus? No one, no one. You coulda come from Batmanville or Gunman Town. Father God, he can turn it around. Coulda make a beat like African drum. Him can turn it around. Coulda come from hot girl lane or bad girl city. Jesus will make your life pretty. Coulda dash rebel heart to ride on. Him can turn it around. Hey, some of them don't really wanna be bad, but all the pain in them heart I send them mad. Situation pressure, bust pipe like it now get better. Some of them want step away, but there is no getaway. But me see, God will make a way, cause I am got the city locked, where there is no way. I am got the key for that. So let someone me tell you no. Jesus Christ him love you. Yeah. And if you believe, he's turn a new leaf. You coulda come from Batmanville or Gunman Town. Father God, he can turn it around. Coulda make a beat like African drum. Him can turn it around. Coulda come from hot girl lane or bad girl city. Jesus will make your life pretty. Coulda dash rebel heart to ride on. Him can turn it around. No, say the thing rough and the life hard. Own a family treat you like that. Watch your friend them neglect you when them can't get you if you do the thing what them a think. Hey, but I know you alone. Jesus Christ is calling, and if you want to receive him, say after me, say Father God, I'm a sinner. Say Father God, forgive me. Hey, say Father God, I believe in you, Jesus. Say, Father God, wash my sins away. Hey, hey. You coulda come from Batmanville or Gunman Town. Father God, he can turn it around. Coulda make a beat like African drum. Him can turn it around. Coulda come from hot girl lane or bad girl city. Jesus will make your life pretty. Coulda dash rebel heart to ride on. Him can turn it around. Yeah, for God to love the world, gave his only son. Whosoever believe on him, yeah, shall have everlasting life, and shall not die, shall not die.
You're listening to the best station on the planet.
Now, back to more music.
You're listening to SPRLIVEFM.com for Radical Riddimz. Your girl Princess Playa playing you some Caribbean music, giving you a taste of the Caribbean with a little bit of Afro beat. I was trying to do three things at once. Right now, I'm about to play you something that most of you have heard already, but take a listen to this.
So, this morning, the Cabinet concluded that because of the extraordinary booster campaign, together with the way the public have responded to the Plan B measures, we can return to Plan A in England and allow Plan B regulations to expire. As a result, from the start of Thursday next week, mandatory certification will end. Organisations can, of course, choose to use the NHS COVID pass voluntarily, but we will end the compulsory use of COVID status certification in England. From now on, the government is no longer asking people to work from home. And people should now speak to their employers about arrangements for returning to the office. And having looked at the data carefully, the Cabinet concluded that once regulations lapse, the government will no longer mandate the wearing of face masks anywhere. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, from tomorrow we will no longer require face masks in classrooms, and the Department for Education will shortly remove national guidance on their use in communal areas. In the country at large, we will continue to suggest the use of face coverings in enclosed or crowded spaces, particularly when you come into contact with people you don't normally meet, but we will trust the judgment of the British people and no longer criminalise anyone who chooses not to wear one. The government will also ease restrictions further on visits to care homes, and my right honourable friend, the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, will set out plans in the coming days.
That, my friends, was the Prime Minister of the UK, of England, Boris Johnson. I don't know why his hair always looking crazy like that. Like, I don't know why. But he brought the announcement that the UK will be removing mandatory masks and also mandatory vaccine passport. It will be the judgment of businesses to if they want to uphold that, but they will not be pushing it forward. That was announced this week that just passed, and that is a good step forward. And because of a powerhouse like England stepping up like that, I'm hoping that Canada will follow suit. I'm hoping that the US will stop the madness and follow suit. You know, I heard the part where he said he's going to trust that the citizens of England will do their due diligence, basically, and have good judgment in these areas, you know, and that's all you can hope for. And that goes with just, you know, across the board. People are going to get sick. You're going to catch cold, you know. And what did people do back in the day? Like, not even back in the day, before pandemic, before 2020 came. If somebody got sick, you would hope somebody would stay home. You would hope that they wouldn't come up in your face. You would hope that they wouldn't touch up your baby's face. You would hope that they wouldn't want to hold your child if they're sick. You would hope that they would keep their sick child home from the daycare. You know, you would hope all these things, but a lot of people don't do that. They don't. But now that we've gone through this pandemic, I'm sure people will be more conscientious, because I don't want to catch nothing. Even before this pandemic, I was like, you have a cold? Stay over there, because I catch cold easily. You know, it's by God's grace I haven't gotten this virus yet. Because I catch draft and cold easy. If somebody has a cold in my area, I start to feel it, and I'm like, oh no. Then they didn't even come close to me. That's how sensitive I am. But I'm glad to see that the UK has gone in this direction. It's a plus. It's a plus, because people need to get out. People being forced to get this jab it's not a good look in any country. And in our chat, big up to Sister Raquel, Sister Shireen, Sister Faye. I see you all. Blessings, blessings, blessings in our chat. Streaming Praise Radio. If you want to come into the chat on YouTube, we're live on YouTube. You can see my pretty face. Come onto our channel, Streaming Praise Radio. I see you all talking. Shireen, Sister Shireen, you said you weren't feeling too well. Your boys weren't feeling too well, and one has a cough, and you're doing all you can with ginger, garlic, and honey and lemon. Yes, Sister Raquel, you're saying stay hydrated, take our vitamins, and eat well. Sickness will come, but if we are good to our bodies, it will be good to us. And it's so true. Stay hydrated. Take your vitamins, take your zinc, your vitamin C. Vitamin D is vital for Black people, for people of color. Vitamin D is so vital for us. We get it from the sun, but because we are in this kind of Arctic, this kind of climate of a weather, we don't get the vitamin D that we need, so it's vital for us. Drinking lots of fluids and getting plenty of rest. Rest is something else. If you don't get a lot of sleep, you could be doing all this stuff. You could be doing everything, having your vitamins, all that stuff. But if you don't get proper rest, sickness can still come on you because your body needs to be able to fight. It needs to be able to have the strength and energy to fight. So stay rested. It's inevitable to be talking about, the pandemic and all that. So, I always try to avoid talking about, but it's so hard not to. It is really hard not to. That is a plus. I heard that in Quebec, starting tomorrow, people in Quebec, if you are in Quebec listening, if you have family in Quebec, this is something that you might want to know. You're traveling to Quebec, you're not jabbed. This is something that you need to know. As of tomorrow, I'll read it. This is CBC. Quebec is expanding its vaccination passport program starting Monday, making it mandatory to show proof of immunization in order to enter a number of retail settings. They include big box and grocery stores with areas of 1,500 square meters or more. Big box and grocery stores. This means the big chains, the big, like a Canadian Tire, Walmart, you know what I mean? Best Buy, grocery store, 1,500 meters or more, square meters or more. So these grocery stores, people can't go in and buy food. What country are we living in, people? What country are we living in? I don't recognize the country of my birth anymore. I don't recognize it. At this point, I'm willing to say if Quebec puts up a referendum to separate, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because clearly you are acting out of character right now. You're acting out like separate from everybody else because nobody is doing what you want to do. You want to tax the unjab. You want to prevent the unjab from going to buy food and buying, the necessities of life. Are you just to push people up against the wall? Okay, we're going to strip you of this, strip you of that, strip you of that, because we want you to take it. Okay, we're going to take this. So like everybody at Pitney. You know when you used to do that to kids to give them medicine? Say, okay, if you don't do the... Actually, we would do the opposite. If you take the medicine, I'll buy you candy. If you take the medicine, I'll do this. But no, Quebec is stripping people. So I can't even call it like how you treat your kids. Oh my goodness. I don't recognize the country of my birth anymore. I do not. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh my gosh, man. It gets me upset. But, I said I was going to bring this up because I just want to bring it up and move on. In the last few days, would say in the past week, I've heard of a lot of people passing away. Just recently, celebrity-wise, the musician Meatloaf, the comedian and actor Louis Anderson, And Regina King, actress Regina King, her son suddenly passed away. And then I heard of a family, a church, somebody I used to go to church with. They passed away. Another person that I know passed away. Another person that I know passed away. And then just a couple days ago, there was a huge fire in the city, in the Greater Toronto area, Brampton, where there was a fire and 3 children passed away in that fire. And it's just death after death after death, and just hard death, and you know, it's not necessarily pandemic related, virus related, but it just seems like it's so much. And it got me into a place of like it was just a lot, you know. And we always say the saying, tomorrow is not promised, tomorrow is not promised. Okay, but do we live like tomorrow is not promised? Are we living like that? You know, do we have things in order? Do our loved ones know where things are? You know, our house, our wills. Do we have a will? Do we have, do we have executors, beneficiaries in place? Do they know what to do? You know, if you have children, you know, are they set straight? You know, if they're young, do you know who's going to take them once you're gone? You know, is it in your will? You know, are you living like tomorrow is not promised? You know, and it put me in a headspace of thinking about that. And it was, you know, I had to share it with the team, and we got the team on SPR, and we in our chat, we have a chat on WhatsApp, and we were encouraging one another and sharing some things, and it, you know, all of us just sharing about, you know, what was going on, and we all kind of felt the same way, you know, from the celebrity, but also within our own circles. There are other people, you know, that we know separately that have also passed on, and it's been rough, a rough couple months. I should say just couple weeks. So even Sister Shireen is saying that, you know, she's grieving as well. You know, there's lots of people that are grieving loss, and I'm just praying that God see us through. And I know He will, but, you know, you still have to pray it. You still have to pray it that God will see us through and strengthen us during this time of loss, during this time of grieving. Give us the strength to be able to grieve. Give us the strength to even comfort one another. Give us the strength to be able to see comfort in the Word, see comfort in prayer, feel comfort when the Holy Spirit wants to comfort us, be able to embrace comfort. Those things are not easy. Being a comfort, being able to embrace comfort, you know, it's a lot. And being there for people who lack the ability to be able to grieve. Some people are tough. They don't want to, or they don't know how, and they're a complete mess, you know. It's giving us the ability to be there. Maybe we're their strength somehow, you know, and you don't know how to do it. You're not a counselor, but you're the only person that they confide in, you know. Ask God to strengthen you to be there, because a lot of us are losing people. A lot of us are going through loss, and it's hard, and unfortunately it's life, and unfortunately it's not going to stop. But this week it was just, you know, a lot. Sister Shireen, you said, if you read the Jamaican Observer, it has a story of my cousin's. Oh, my cousin's son shot when riding his motorcycle as he stopped at the intersection. He was only 28 years old. The funeral was 2 days ago. My condolences to you and your family. Oh my goodness. My condolences to you all at this sudden passing and this nonsense, foolishness. You know, when you hear stuff like that, the world is getting from bad to worse. In Jamaica, it's so much violence there, you know, so much violence. My goodness. Wow. Claremont is putting out stats. World death rate, deaths per day, 163,000 per that's per day. Per hour, 6,800 per hour. Per minute, 114 per second is one. That's a lot. Can we look at the births? Can we see how many births? Because I know for every death there's a birth. You know, but be encouraged. Be encouraged. I know a lot of us are going through, and it's the winter months. It's hard, you know. It's hard, you know, and definitely Claremont Humphrey says this is the reality we live with. Yes, you know, and I have to give God thanks today. Give God thanks today because it's a special birthday. It's my mommy dearest's birthday today, and I thank God that I still have my mommy. I know some people don't have their mommy, and some people don't have either parents, but I thank God that God has preserved her to see, you know, another birthday, and I thank God that I can celebrate with my mom and go see my family, and be with them this evening after this show to celebrate my mommy and her birthday. But I will remember those that are grieving and remember you, Sister Shireen. Those watching, remember Sister Shireen and her family grieving both here and far. Because I don't believe you just have family in Canada and Jamaica. I'm sure it's all over, you know. Oh, our condolences to you. But I'm going to play a song dedicated to my mommy. She didn't ask for this, but I know she likes this song. It's by George Nooks, right here, SPRLIVEFM.com. Ride Out Your Storm. So fitting right now. Ride Out Your Storm right here, SPRLIVEFM.com. Your girl, Princess Playa, giving you the radical Riddimz.
Don't give up, yeah. Just ride out your storm. Hey, you've been in the storm, and it seems like forever, and your nights of confusion has been so long. Your ship has lost anchor, and the storm that you drifted. Just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but your morning is coming. Lord of mercy, just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Remember his promise. He said, I never forsake you. Though the waters are troubled, they'll do you no harm. Don't give up the battle, for your answer is coming. Just hold on to Jesus and just ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but
me. My heart is overwhelmed. I don't wanna call you only when I'm in need. I want your presence to stay with me. We are weak, but you are strong. Oh yeah, you are our champion. I love you with my heart, my mind, and my soul. Whatever you say is so. Oh, oh, Jesus. Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Oh, rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. Can I say success if success never came from you? How can I say my dreams were accomplished if my dreams weren't sent by you? All I'm saying, nothing really matters. Jesus, if I can't feel you. Oh, oh. For the sake of your name, Lord, forgive my iniquity. Give me understanding so I can keep your laws with dignity. You fill my heart with joy. Oh, merciful, oh Lord, I love you. Oh, I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Jesus, Jesus, no foreign God could ever take your place. No one give your love, mercies and your grace. From age to age, forever, Lord, you reign. Oh, reign, yes. Jesus, no foreign God could never take your place, yeah. Go on to your love, mercies and your grace. From age to age, forever, Lord, you reign. Jesus, in dominion, you reign. In power, you reign. In my life, Lord, you reign forever and ever. In dominion, you reign. In power,
miracles, dominion and power. Oh, oh, counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. Counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. From year to year, month to month, week to week, day to day, every hour, every minute, every second. Oh, how can I thank you, Lord, for all your goodness? How can I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings? All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Ooh, thank you, Lord. All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. You've given me favor, healing, miracles, dominion and power. Oh, oh, I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. For my children, for my wife, for my husband, for my job, for the food we eat, for the house we live in, for the clothes we wear. Ooh, how can I thank you, Lord, for all your goodness? How can I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings? All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. You've given me favor, healing, miracles, dominion and power. Oh, oh, counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. Ooh, I'm counting all my blessings. So good to me. Said I'm counting.
Hi, this is Pastor Tony Paul. I would like to invite you to partner with us here at SPR Live FM financially. We are not a government-supported station. All of our funding is listener-supported or through advertising. At this time, we do need your support as God leads you. You can contact SPR Live FM directly by emailing us at info@streamingpraiseradio.com or scroll down to the bottom of the homepage of our website. That's www.sprlivefm.com and click on the donate button and it will guide you through. May God bless you and thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you so much for your support. All of our supporters that give continuously to our station and give once in a while. I mean, it doesn't even matter when you give, how often you give. We're just grateful that you do give. If you are listening and you would like to give, or watching and you would like to give to our station to help us out with our bills, with our maintaining our equipment, and even being able to upgrade equipment, software, all that stuff. It takes a lot to maintain this studio of ours. You can go to our website, SPRLIVEFM.com. We're always saying it. Go to the donate tab, click donate, and you can donate through PayPal. Alternatively, if you live in Canada, you can send us an e-transfer and send it to info@streamingpraiseradio.com. That's info@streamingpraiseradio.com. No amount is too small and no amount is too big, of course. You can always give. I see. Thank you so much for the well wishes for my mommy. She just started watching just in time to hear me dedicate. My family's actually watching. Shout out to everybody: Nadine, Nikki, Ellie Belly, and Gabriel, and mommy. Happy birthday. Sister Shireen, there was another young lady, we had announced this a couple weeks back, had passed in the city. A lot of people knew her name was Tracy Acadia Thomas, and her homegoing service is going on right now. Is it on YouTube, Sister Shireen? Is it on YouTube? Maybe what's the title of it? Maybe you could put the link in the chat if people want to go over there and look. But keep Sister Tracy's family, her husband Alistair, and her boys, keep them in prayer. She passed away because of complications with the virus, unfortunately. Please keep them in your prayer. This sudden, hard, difficult loss at this time is just Alistair, her husband, and the boys now. It's been a rough week. I'm all over the place kind of, but I'm going to be playing some music after this and probably have that playing for the rest of the show. I have about 35 minutes left, and I'm just going to chat and get out of your way and play some strictly Canadian radical rhythm style. That's what I'm going to do after this. But I wanted to touch something that I need to let our listeners know. Was because of a conversation that we had in our SPR, Stream Praise Radio chat room, and it was about the tests, COVID tests. And I know specifically in Ontario they have stopped testing for asymptomatic people. They stopped giving PCR tests to asymptomatic people, so therefore people have to rely on the antigen test. The issue with the antigen test is that it is not considered a test to tell you that you have COVID, and I think many people don't realize that. If you have the antigen test at home and it comes out positive, this is the rapid test. I should say the rapid antigen test, the rapid test that you have at home. A lot of people got it for free. They were giving it away at malls. They were giving it, especially in the GTA, they were giving it away at malls. They were giving it away at the LCBO, and I know other provinces were giving it away for free as well. If it tests positive, it does not mean it's a positive that you have COVID. It's a positive that you have a virus working. That's what it is. It is just a overbroad test. So that is why if you traveled recently to the States, if you traveled, like when I say recently, in the past year and a half, you would have had taken that, I should say in the past year, not year and a half. In the past year, they were using the antigen test, the rapid test. If you took it and you know that that the States accepts the antigen test, Canada does not. Now, if it came back positive, you would have to have gone to get a PCR test to find out if it was positive for the virus, the COVID virus, or another virus. So I just want to let people know that, educate you all a little bit on, clarify that, because I've seen somebody else posted, somebody I know, and I had to say to them, it doesn't mean that you have COVID, because this person was like, I have COVID. I said, that is not a PCR test. And even with the PCR test, that's questionable. But the antigen test is not a COVID test. It is a test just to check if you are positive for any virus. That's all it is. And if you are, that means that you should stay isolated. They're not counting them as positive cases. They're not counting antigen tests at all. They have never counted antigen tests. So just to let you know that. If anybody tell you that, they're misinformed. The other thing I want to let you know of, today marks the start of the truckers' strike. Those truckers that are unjabbed, both in Canada and the U.S., I think it's mainly Canada, but don't quote me on that. It might be including the U.S. But either which way, the U.S. has mandated that the unjabbed cannot cross the borders if they're truckers. They cannot do deliveries into the U.S. and vice versa. I believe I think Canada went back on that ruling, but the truckers in Canada can't even leave anyways, right? So it's like Canada just kind of just said, okay, we know that they can't leave anyways, so we'll go back on it. We'll allow you to come in, whatever. So, but they're not allowing the foreign truckers to come into Canada. So either which way, we are having less deliveries into Canada and the US. So my American people listening and my Canadian people listening, there's going to be a shortage of supply. I'm not saying food only, because this doesn't affect just food. Supply across the board. If you're looking to do renovations on your home, if you're looking to do gardening, if you're looking to buy food, if you're looking whatever, there is going to be a shortage. So please, please, please keep your eyes on this situation and do the needful. Don't go hoarding. Don't go hoarding. Don't go hoarding. But be mindful of what is happening. The strike is happening. The strike is happening. Sister Shireen, I see you in the chat. You had said something about you watched the 4 hour footage of the protest yesterday, the freedom fighters protest all over the world. Yes, there was apparently I heard there was over 30,000 people in Toronto protesting. They're not showing this in the news, guys. Protesting has not even stopped. This entire pandemic, protesting has been going on all around the world, and they're not showing it in the news. People are fighting for their rights. People are fighting for their freedoms. It is going on. They don't want to, the media is being controlled by the government. They don't want to show people this. I'm not being an alarmist. I'm not being doing scare tactics. I'm telling you what is actually happening. People are fighting. People think that nobody's fighting. They are. They are. There are MPs, members of parliament. There are people in government seats that are out at these protests. They are continuously protesting. They are protesting, lobbying, even within the compounds of the government, and trying to get things overthrown and challenging, our stubborn and arrogant Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Oh my gosh, he's so stubborn and arrogant. Oh, anyways, please for those of you who are unjabbed, pray to the Almighty God to give you direction. Those that have been given a mandate at their workplaces, please pray to God for direction. I am not saying don't do it. If you can at all possible, don't. But if you can't, and it comes to the welfare of your home, ask God to give you direction. You know that you serve a true and living God. You know that you serve a God that if you step on scorpion and if poison come in your body, it will not harm you. So therefore, if God direct you to just do it, to be able to, and he gives you the peace and says to you that I will protect you, then do it, knowing that God will cause a way to cause a block in your body. Something will stand up in your body to block this jab, whatever the fluids are, whatever it is meant to do. It will not do anything to you. It will not do anything to you. Okay? It is a choice. It is a choice. Just like flu shot a choice, everything else a choice. Nobody should have to feel that they have to take this. You should have a choice. If not, let me tell you all, for those of you who are listening that are like, well, just take it, it's for our safety. Let me tell you, today it's the jab. Today it's this immunization. Tomorrow, what is it going to be? Tomorrow, what is it going to be? In the next coming years, what is it going to be? The mark of the beast, and I will talk about, I'm not saying that this is the mark of the beast at all. But I'm saying, suppose that's the mark of the beast is supposed to do. Give you the ability to do what you want to do. And if you're not take it, you're sofa. Okay? So, and who knows what that's going to look like. If it's actually going to look like a 666, or if it's going to look and say the mark of the beast, who knows? But today it's this, tomorrow, and you're for it. Okay, great. You're for this jab. But tomorrow, what is it going to be? You have to think about how the government is handling the coercion, how they're handling it. If that's happening today, tomorrow you may just be on the other side of this coercion. You just might be on the other side. So think about that and understand what exactly we're fighting for here. Understand that. Sister Rain says the reporter noticed the CBC car in Montreal's march, but I'm not sure they got out of their car. Yeah, they would be there. They're probably hesitant to actually broadcast and show, but you know, they they may show stuff like on their Instagram or social medias or something like that. I don't know. They might show a little bit what they want to show, but of course it will be tamed. But I digress. I got a message from a friend of mine saying talk the truth. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's all I do. I'm talking the truth. And, you know, this is something that we should all just be able to sit down and have a conversation about. We don't have to battle. We don't have to war. Nothing like that. We should have a conversation. And I'm glad that Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, has stepped up to say, okay, you know what? We're putting an end to this. It's heightened to where it's going to go. COVID has gone where it's going to go, and we're done. What does my listener say here? The rights of the people are being taken away. Yes, so true. The rights of the people have been taken away, and it's and we black people, we should know what that's all about. Our ancestors went through it. We should know what that's all about. You know, we should know what that's all about, and we need to protect that. And, you know, Boris, even in his, and I'm going to say this and get into the music, even in his address, he had talked about the separation of society and talked about how this is causing, you know, discrimination to people, and it's not fair, and it will end that. And that's what needs to happen. So let's be prayerful that this truckers' strike will end very soon. It will end as fast as it started, because I don't want to see a shortage, especially since you have Quebec now that's saying that they're not allowing people that are unjabbed to go and buy food and go into the big stores, you know, big box stores. I don't recognize the country of my birth. I don't recognize Canada anymore. But we're gonna get into some Canadian gospel artists music now with the Radical Riddimz vibe. Yes, we are. We're going to hear from Roxanne Robinson, Tashara, Marvia Providence, Ayana, Solomon, and Kevin Adams, and Voices of Praise right here on SPRLIVEFM.com. Radical Riddimz, your girl, Princess Playa, giving you the Radical Riddimz on this blessed Sunday afternoon, every Sunday from 3 until 5 p.m. Roxanne Robinson, Holy Rock of Ages.
When God declares a thing, no man can stop it. When God has already counted you in, no man can ever count you out. All right? Don't you count me out. My Jesus never fails me. The stones were rolled away. No power on earth could make him stay. Yeah. His side, peace and joy still.
the enemy. Taking back what was stolen from me. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can't go war looking cute. Lord God Almighty. Are you ready, soldier? Hey! Hey, hey! Where the soldiers left there? Are you covered under the blood? Here we go. Say, if your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, Lord God Almighty, give me a Holy Ghost shout. Say, if your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, under the blood, under the blood, oh, I am anointed. Pull on! Lord God Almighty, are you ready? Are you ready? You want back your stuff? You want back your thing there? You want back your stuff? Say, if your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, say, I am anointed to put the enemy under my feet. I am anointed, moving forward, no more defeat. I'm raging war on the enemy, taking back what was stolen from me. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior in God's army. Say, I am anointed to put the enemy under my feet. I am anointed, moving forward, no more defeat. I'm raging war on the enemy, taking back what was stolen from me. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty. Are you ready to take back your stuff? Here we go. I'm taking back my joy, back my peace, back my health, and my wealth. I'm taking everything that he stole from me, everything he took from my family. I'm taking back my dance, back my shout. For all the years he tried to shut my mouth, I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior in God's army. Take it back. Say, I'm taking back my peace, back my joy. I'm taking back my health and my wealth. I'm taking everything he stole from me, everything he took from my family. I'm taking back my dance and my shout. For all the years he tried to shut my mouth, I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior in God's army. When you come back with your something then, you wanna make sure you don't leave nothing standing. So you gotta pick up your weapon, full it with the Holy Ghost blood, and point it at the enemy. Make sure you level everything when you come out. So what do you say? There goes blood, 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 blood. Blood him up. Blood, 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 blood. Blood him up. Blood, 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 blood.
has dawned from the Father up above.
entering. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can enjoy an inspirational word, commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live.
Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live. It's your girl, Princess Playa, giving you the best in gospel, reggae, dancehall, afrobeat, just a taste of the Caribbean with a little bit of afro beat. That was strictly Canadian radical rhythm style. We heard from, just in case you want to know, we heard from Roxanne Robinson, Tashara, Marvia Providence, and Ayana Solomon. Yes, we did. Right here, Radical Riddimz. And my time is almost up. Shout out to our listeners. Thank you so much for listening. Shout out to our viewers, those watching. Big up mommy on our birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And everybody send their happy birthday love. My Radical Riddimers, I see you. Thank you for joining in. As always, remember that you can go to our website and you can donate, give whenever you want. If you feel it in your heart to give, go to our website, SPRLIVEFM.com. Hit the donate button, donate through PayPal, or if you're in Canada, you can e-transfer to info@streamingpraiseradio.com. No amount is too small. No amount is too big. If it's $5, then it's $5. If it's 5 million, then it's 5 million. Whatever it is, we will accept it. And we will put it forth for this ministry, because SPR, Streaming Praise Radio, is a ministry. We are there's so many things going on, and if you want to know more about Streaming Praise Radio, go to our website. You can learn more about it. keep the station locked into this station always, and you will hear the different genres of rotations that we have. I mean, there's so many rotations, but you go to our website and you can see the schedule. Tune into Praise Life Morning Show tomorrow morning with Claremont Humphrey. And at 9:15, is it? 9:15? When Dr. Deborah comes on. Dr. Deborah Williams, every Monday. She's a naturopath, okay? Naturopathic doctor. And you learn a lot. I tune in sometimes and I hear her and I'm like, geez, you know, you want to tune, especially during this pandemic and fighting viruses, flus, colds, all kind of stuff, and even bettering your body. She brings up all kinds of different sicknesses I ain't never heard of, okay? Andropause. You know what? Maybe I'll talk about andropause next week. It is the female version, is a male version of menopause. Have you ever heard of that? Andropause. What that thingy? Anyway, so tune in tomorrow. I don't know what she's going to be talking about, but tune in the morning, 9:15. But Praise Life Morning Show is from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Claremont Humphrey. So tune in on your drive or just you wake up, turn on the radio. Tonight is hands clapping, foot stomping at 7 p.m. with Brotha Benji. Tune in, stay locked. Don't even change the channel. Don't even change the website. Keep the website up and just let the music play, because right after that, this is strictly Canadian. Yes, we keep it strictly Canadian on here. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Oh my goodness. I think I covered everything. Well, everybody have a blessed week. Keep warm, keep safe. My goodness, keep warm, keep safe. Drive safe on those roads. I don't know if snow is coming again, but keep safe. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. Dress warm. My goodness, don't take the cold, the minus negative double digits weather for granted. Eh? You can get frostbitten in this here streets, as they call it. This is SPRLIVEFM.com. Radical Riddimz, your girl Princess Playa, signing out. Have a blessed Sunday, and we'll see you Tuesday, Gospel Goodies. But anyways, SPRLIVEFM.com. Check our schedule. We're gonna sign out with Kevin Adams and Voices of Praise. This is Strictly Canadian Vibes right here, featuring Michael Manhertz, Wave Offering Medley.
VP, let's go! Yeah! Come on! Here we go! Jesus is the sweetest name. Jesus, He is the great I am. Oh, Jesus, He died for all of us. He is the way, the truth, and the life.
mama.